And hello everyone. Surprisingly, a bit of an earlier recording than I would usually do. And now, it's, it's only a day earlier, but I really have no reason to be recording, I gotta be honest, and I feel like I shouldn't be recording, because I'm mainly recording as a distraction, currently. Because of how life feels, and me just recording today is mainly being used as a way to just try to live and enjoy time, you know. Now, I've been a busy person in this game. As you can tell, I've gotten all the way to summer. It's currently thundering in the game, raining. Perfectly fitting for how it is with the weather outside, as it is also raining a lot. My mic is obviously not gonna pick it up, but it's pretty cold, and I just finished eating. I've been trying to work on the eating habits, as I've talked about, where I try to fit another meal into the schedule just once, and I have just eaten my third food stuff that I would normally eat. Like, I had breakfast obviously, then dinner, and now I had a bit of a snack to eat something. Just as just like a little bit to help myself out, you know. And probably will eat something later on before, or like after this video is done. I'm still not too sure on how to go about it. I've not given it much thought, and I don't really know what to eat because I'm not used to eating like this, you know. Like I'm really not used to eating like this, so it's messing with my head a little bit on how I want to eat, you know. Can also put that sprinkler right there, that's gonna water all of these around. Nice and perfect. But I hope you guys are doing good. It has definitely been a moment when I have when I was recorded when I'm not in the right headspace. I think it's definitely been a moment since I've gone down this rabbit hole. I feel like what has happened is a lot of things just kind of bunched up together, and it's all like crashing down on me again. And I'm just using recording and talking as a way to like kind of get myself out there and distract myself from going to worse. Now, it's definitely an interesting thought to like why am I doing this? And I don't really know if people are too interested to know what's kind of the reasoning-ish on what has like piled up this much. But there's definitely a lot of things that go in the background, and I feel like yesterday, like, I was already not doing the greatest yesterday, and I was just kinda deep in thoughts, and I was like not doing the greatest, you know. I don't really know how to explain it. I'll get past this conversation thing and then I'll actually properly talk about it, but I don't wanna really skip this because I don't know if it affects the friendship level you get, so I wanna actually have this go through before I continue. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely like an interesting thing because like yesterday I was just like really deep in thoughts. I was not in the greatest mind of all time, I would say, definitely. Not my best moment. And then last night, to those, I don't think I've really told about this, but I usually just watch YouTube before like going to bed. Since it mainly helps me to like make sure that I'll be fine because of my stomach problems, and when I lay down it really gets to me, like the stomach acid and the heartburnish feeling that I have. And it like really badly gets to me when I lay down on my side, which is like the way I'm usually meant to lay down in, because it helps me keep my esophagus a bit higher up. So it's supposedly meant to help, and when I lay down, I usually have my headphones on and watch YouTube, because if I need to get up, I can get up immediately, and I have something to like listen to in the background to help me calm down and distract myself, you know? So I have like very good reasonings on why I'm doing what I'm doing. And also I wasn't expecting for this to happen. There's so many friendship events happening now. But like having something play in the background very usually like helps me get distracted and think about a lot of other things instead of focusing on the main problem, you know. And it's like, if I put too much focus on my stomach, it's gonna get worse. Which is why I very heavily prefer to listen to YouTube when I'm like playing something like Stardew Valley, or when I'm playing music, when I'm playing games like Overwatch, Deadlock. It just very heavily depends on what I'm doing usually. Like if it's a windowed game, I very often have just YouTube, like Slay the Spire 2, Stardew Valley, Dead Cells, Isaac, you know, stuff like that. But then when I have to have my full screen focused on the game, that's when I like have Spotify instead to just make everything a bit better. Because like listening to music is fine in the background too. I don't need like a video always, because if I can have music, then that's also good enough. So yesterday when I was going to bed and I was like setting up my headphones, I was turning them on and I was like getting ready to bed, and I was like just fully preparing everything so I can go lay down and go to sleep, because it was getting pretty late when I was going to bed. And then when I opened YouTube on my phone, my shit crashed. the the app just kept crashing. It don't want to work. I was getting more anxious. I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna be focusing on my stomach if I can get this to work. Like I need help with this. And if I can't have YouTube in the background, then I don't know what the hell I'm gonna have. Because I usually don't have music when I'm laying in bed. Like I very rarely listen to music when I'm in bed. I more often have like YouTube just playing, because it makes everything a bit better, you know. And I was like panicking there. I was like in full crisis mode basically about my wellness of being able to sleep. I was really stressed. I was just really anxious, and then I realized that I can get my YouTube working if I don't if I don't fully click and open a video on YouTube. That's when it doesn't crash. If I just have it sitting there on the main screen, or like the where it like shows the YouTube videos, and you can like scroll down for like new videos and everything, you know. And I was just like refreshing the page until it puts a video there that I would like to watch, and I just had that in like this small video player playing while I had my audio on, so I could listen to it. So, in the end, I did find a workaround to my YouTube situation, and I was able to sleep. You know, I was able to rest. I had my YouTube playing. I got to lay down. I got to take it easy, and then eventually, when I was like ready to take off my headphones and start laying down like properly, I took my headphones off and I just had my phone with the small video player playing like right next to me, the same video that I had, and I was just sitting there or like laying down and just listening to that. Like, the entire yesterday night was like a catastrophe. I think I woke up like 3 times during the night, or at least like twice. And it was just a struggle. I feel like I've barely slept. Even though no, I think I woke up at like 9 a.m. Yeah, so I really was like struggling to sleep. Because I remember waking up around 2 a.m. and then going back to bed eventually. So I was like really struggling, and I think I've slept like 5 to 4 hours at best, I think. So, you know, not the greatest. Not the greatest thing ever. And today I feel like my lack of sleep and just a lot of thinking has driven me to a situation where I feel like I just gotta figure something out. And I don't really know what it is. Like there's just something that like ticked my brain off today, and it is driving me insane. Like it really is driving me crazy. There's like something that's really bothering me, and I feel like it's really minimal what it is, but I can't describe it. So I can't tell what it is. But at the same time, like mental wise, I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle actively. You know, it's like I'm trying to stay strong, and I'm trying to find workarounds, I'm trying to fix things that I think I could fix. But I feel like at the same time, all I'm doing is digging a deeper hole for myself, like actively. And I really don't know how to feel about that, because it it messes with your brain. It really, really messes with your brain. Because, like, I don't usually get too in-depth, and I probably will not get too in-depth anyway, because I don't. YouTube will probably tell me to go fuck myself if I do, so I won't. But there's so much thought process that goes into life, you know, like life in general. There's so much that you think about, that you worry about, that you're afraid of, that you're happy for, and it's tough, you know, because I want to try to do something But at the same time, when I'm trying to do things, I know that I am still the problem, right? Like, I am the issue in my own life, because I have so many things that affect my living, you know? Like, physically, mentally, and it's not an easy time, and it's not a good thought, but it's the truth, you know? And it hurts to sometimes realize that you are stuck, you know? No matter how much you've tried to like fix a lot of things, you're just stuck. And you can't really have a way to escape that feeling until it's probably too late, because that's when you usually tend to realize what's going on and what has happened. And I feel like I've, well, easily over half of my life I've struggled with a lot of issues that I have, like, especially mental wise. But now with a lot of added physical issues and struggles, it really drives the point across that I feel like some people are just not meant to win in their situations. And as much as like people want to try to help, people want to try to fix things, people want to try to make others feel better, you just sometimes have to accept that sometimes it's just not meant to happen. And it hurts the most when you've tried so many different things just for you to realize that I don't know anymore what could help, you know? Like, it's a really painful thought, and it's a thing that not a lot of people sometimes want to accept, especially when you're talking about these things to everyone else. Like, if you're talking about your life to other people, they will like always say that, oh, it's gonna get better, everything's gonna get better, you're gonna be better, it's gonna be fine. And there's a reason they say that, obviously. A, they don't want to lose you. B, they're giving you hope to hopefully try to push you forwards in your situation and pray that that's gonna happen. But at the same time, it hurts a lot when people say that and you realize that things are getting worse. Because it feels like you've been given false hope to push you somewhere where you know you're not gonna get, just for you to realize that now you're stuck in just a painful situation with a lot of other things. And it's really annoying. It's super annoying because I'm in that situation. Like, I've been very straightforward with a lot of people, and they obviously do not like that. Like, and I think a lot of people can understand what I mean when I say that I've been straightforward, and I think a lot of you can like realize what I mean when I mean that, or when I say things like that. So it is like a very serious thing, and obviously people are gonna have different reactions to that, and it's fine, you know. Not everyone is meant to be the same. People are not meant to try to make things better when they don't think they could. And there's so many little things that really go into mental problems that a lot of people I feel like don't realize. And I'm obviously not gonna start like going too in depth because I'm not a trained professional. First of all, I want to confirm that. 20 minutes into the video after talking about mental issues. I am not a professional. I'm just a guy who's talking about his own experiences and what he's learned over time just from understanding himself. But I feel like my main point with this entire thing is to just say that as much as it sucks and as much as it hurts, sometimes you really just have to realize that sometimes people are not meant to win. And sometimes it just feels like a losing battle. And that's normal. Even if you don't think it is normal. It's, in my own honest opinion, totally normal to feel like sometimes things just are not gonna get better. And that's fine. Because what can you do about it? If you feel like you're stuck in your life, if you feel like things are not working out, like, you can't do anything about that. You really can't. You're just stuck. And it hurts. It really hurts. Now, why am I talking about this? I'm mainly talking about this because it's something I've experienced. And it's something I experience. And how would I put it? I feel like as much as it sucks to like be dead honest with yourself sometimes, you really like, I'll be honest, guys. I'll be real honest. I've tried a lot of things to get better. I've tried so many things in my life to try to fix my situation, try to feel better. I've tried so many different things. But in the end, I feel like I'm always losing. And I feel like I can't win. I'm just fighting an imaginary battle between myself. A fight that I am sure to lose, eventually, at any point in time. When will it happen? I can't tell. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, maybe next year, maybe 10 years now. I'm never gonna know that. And I feel like that's what hurts. Because just one day things could go wrong, and what then? You know? I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna make any more of this thing. I won't be here. Either by something happening, me losing interest, or just anything. Like, anything could happen at any moment, and no one will know. If I just stop uploading one day, you won't know what happened. Maybe I just stopped out of interest. Maybe I just found something new to do. And that's that. And it's really interesting to realize sometimes those times where you're like, what now? I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried to fix that, and I've tried to fix this. I've tried to look for a job, I've tried to figure out something else to do as like a job replacement. And nothing clicks. Nothing works, nothing helps, you're still struggling, and you're just digging deeper and deeper and deeper. It's a weird life. It really is. I'll be honest. It's interesting. And the one thing I've always wanted to do, I'll be honest, and it's kind of a reason why I am as open as I am on this channel of mine. Even though I struggle with a lot of things with this channel, especially myself. I feel like I struggle a lot with myself. Like even today, or was it yesterday? I think I like even the most smallest things with this channel, because the main reason why I've really swapped over to talking a lot and very openly about myself and like more deeper topics is to try and help people, is to try to give insight and try to maybe help them understand a lot of things better. And yesterday, the one thing that really ticked me off a little bit, not much, but it definitely, like just a little bit, I know it hit in the brain. Now, a lot of people are aware that I do not care about numbers on this channel. I really do not. But seeing numbers go down a lot hurts anyways, even if you don't care about them. Like, I'm very freely doing what I like, you know. I'm uploading content that I like, I'm uploading games and talking about what I like. It's really refreshing to not have to follow an algorithm or try to focus on one thing to grow my channel. And seeing that number go down still by quite a bit, it still stings a little bit in the brain, in a way that I don't know how to explain. But in the end, it's fine. I've always said, I'm not forcing anyone to be here with me. You know? I'm really not. I'm just doing what I like, and if people care and are interested enough, then they stick. And that's how it goes. That's how a lot of things go in life. So, it was just that one moment when I noticed, because I usually look at my YouTube's like studio after uploading videos for like a few days after they're uploaded. And just seeing that number drop down kinda hit, but at the same time it also makes me realize that I'm happy that people are getting what I say when I say that they don't need to be here if they don't want to, and that they're free to leave whenever they want to. It's nice, but it also hurts. But I feel like I've done enough talking as a bit of a sad mood, but I'll be back in a few days again. I'm probably gonna just chill tonight and try to do some other things to help my brain, but I'll see you guys next time, so take care of yourselves. I love all of you guys, and take care of others around you, and be sure to check in on people if they need it. Even if you think they don't, they might. So, be sure to do that. I love all of you guys. Take care of yourselves, and thank you for listening to this. Next time we're probably gonna be a bit more ahead again in this game, because I've been playing it to help myself. So, yeah. I love all of you guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!